Good morning, day 47. It is 6:22 a.m. Friday, May 20th. I am camped by a spring. Got here late last night, and my first goal today is to get packed up here as quick as possible and head off 6.9 miles to a campground where there's water, and then strategize from there on. So we'll see you on the trail. This is where I spent the night last night. Here is there's my tent. The water is right over here. So we just fill up with that spring water coming out of the pipe, and I filtered it. Some people feel more confident like when it's a spring water coming out of a pipe like that, but I've had spring water out of a pipe that's made me sick, so I filter it. Not on this trip. So anyway, good morning. I'm gonna rip this tent down and get on the trail. This is seasonal spring that's at mile 605.7. So I mean, currently there's a pool of water here. It's just kind of seeping out. Not much of anywhere where you can catch running or dripping, but you could dip into here and filter it, and if you needed water. But I think I'm good till Landers Meadows Spring. So back down to the trail. This is mile 606.1, and I'm 2.6 miles away from Linders Meadow Spring. And I just sat down for 2 minutes to take a look at the map. This is the water at Linders Meadow Spring. Nice. That water comes, I guess, out of that tank, the excess out of that tank. So nice. Get some water. So this is Linders Camp. Up there is where I went up and got some water. I'm looking for a trash can to throw some trash away. Maybe they don't have one. So I just came up from there. I'm at mile 610.7, and I'm a little over 5 miles away from a water cache, which will put me right at about 14 miles for the day. So I'll probably load up with water and move on about another 3 miles to try to get in the 17 miles per day. That will get me into Kennedy Meadows next Wednesday night. Whew! Desert section done in less than a week. I mean, less than a week left, and I'll have the desert section done. Okay. Haven't seen Hoover for a day because we were going to meet at the spring, but when I got there last night, he wasn't there, and I haven't seen him today. So all I can assume is that he's forging on ahead. You know, you're just hiking along out in the middle of the desert. You just never know when a random bush will drop a couple bananas for you.
One each.
One each. Let's do it. Okay, so I hung out at that water cache, and about a half hour later, Hoover showed up. He was behind me, surprising to me that he hadn't already caught up to me. But we're back together now, and It's about 4:54 in the afternoon. We're just gonna see if we can knock out another 3 here to bring our day's total up to 17, because our goal was to do 17, 17, 17, 17 all the way into Kennedy Meadows. So tomorrow, we're loaded down with water right now because next water is in like 15 miles. If we go 3 tonight, that gives us, and then we dry camp, which means we'll use some of our water. And then in the morning, we'll go 12 miles to get to the next water cache. Thank goodness for these water caches. There's no natural water sources in this section. And if it weren't for the water caches, we'd all be super struggling to get through here. Oh, when we pick a site for the night, I'll touch back in base with you. This is the view under this Joshua tree that we're camped from inside my tent. We did 15.5 miles today. We cut up short because we found these good camping spots, and we weren't assured that we would find more further down. So we pulled up short at like 15.5 miles, short, 1.5 miles short of our 17-mile goal. And we're going to get up early in the morning to knock that out so that we stay on track for 17 miles a day to Kennedy Meadows. I made myself some soup tonight, and it's really good. I don't know why I don't do this more often. Usually because I'm rolling into camp, fighting light, and having to just eat something quick and get my tent set up and before it's dark, and then just go to sleep. So anyway, this is the end of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.